This is for Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine, long live Gaza. Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine. While we listen to tunes made by ignorant fools, Israel blocked the UN from delivering food. They bring in the troops and you won't even glimpse of the news. They make money off the products that we're quick to consume. And it's not simply a question of differing views. Forget emotions, this is facts. What I spit is the truth. Makes no difference if you're a Christian or if you're a Jew. They're just people living in different conditions to you. They still die when you bomb their schools, mosques and hospitals. It's not because of rockets, please God, can you stop this all? I'm not related to the strangers on the TV, but I relate, cause those strangers could have been me. Words can never ever explain the raw tragedy.
it was my second uncle calling to tell us that Muhammad was martyred. He didn't know that the whole world knew the news. The television is awful. Before a person is shot, as the bullet is on its way to his chest, the television has already broadcast the news. We all started crying bitterly for my uncle and remembering him and talking about him. We kept talking about him for a long time. Then it started getting less often because death became normal in Gaza. After the war, I stopped caring whether I live or die. After what we saw in the war, I don't care about anything. Because I think each day I live is the biggest bonus, and all the life I live after the war is extra, because I could have died at any second. You know, I'm sick of this city, even though I love it, and I'm sick of the people too. Sometimes I feel that I know the 1.5 million who are in Gaza. There's nothing new, the same day is repeated every day. And I feel like traveling, like changing scenes and faces. But as soon as I wake up every morning, I see the electricity pole in my face, and I wish I'd wake up one day and not find it there. Each day, Abu Ibrahim stands at the door of the supermarket, and Abed the bean seller is selling his beans, and Abu al-Abed is sitting at the door of his house, afraid that his house would run away. Ibrahim is standing with Hossana, and I know the taxi drivers one by one. I know who takes you to the city and who goes to the beaches, and it's soul draining. Tamir wrote this monologue in 2010. Thank you.
This monologue is by Fatma Abu Hashim. She was born in 1996. When I talk to Palestinian kids in Europe, I feel sorry for them, and I don't wish to be like them because they're in diaspora. They plant their dreams in land that's not theirs. Dreams grow with the people in the country. I love life, love to play, and love people. I wish I could be the president of Palestine for one day, so I can enrich love and peace between people, end the hatred and spite in their hearts, and end the internal division. This would be my first presidential decision, but unfortunately I'm not the president, and that's why there was a war. The war opened up with bombing like rain. We came running out of school in fear and found the whole world running in the streets. People were looking for their sons and sisters and mothers. Everyone was running with their heads raised to the sky. Honestly, they looked strange. I saw one of them from a distance wearing pajamas, barefoot and running. When I first saw her, I didn't recognize her. But when I got close to her, wow, that's my uncle's wife, the chic one who doesn't leave the house without looking top-notch. Then I was sure the war had started. It's been more than a year since we've been talking about the war. We lived it and continue to live it each day in detail, because the TV, the phone, and the doorbell are all things that remind me of the war, and I don't like them. I even threw away my mobile, and I'm most scared of being alone. I think, what would I do if a war starts and I'm alone? Who will protect me? And when I'm with the family, I start to think how I would protect them. I had a big dream to become an actress, but this dream started shrinking slowly because people in my country don't look at an actress in a positive way. Even though acting is important, it allows me to relay the picture of the suffering of my country and society to the world. I have a second dream, if the first doesn't work out, to be a journalist. And the third dream is to make a family that I love and who love me. The fourth is for us to be free and for the flag of Palestine to fly freely. And the fifth is to see people happy without death, destruction, deprivation, or war. Faulkner wrote this monologue in 2010.
So this is a monologue by Yasmin Abu Ahmed, born 1996, from Al-Shujiyya. I want to be a specialist in the science of metaphysics, which is what is behind nature. You know why? Because I think Gaza itself is behind nature. And I got so much from my presence here in Gaza that I'd like to transfer my skills to others. The Shujiyya camp is always the center of events. Each time the occupation wants to invade Gaza, they pass by our house. When the war began, people left their houses thinking the Shujiyya camp would be hit. It's normal in this case to leave our house. Everyone was calling my dad to convince him to leave the house. My brothers from Algeria, my uncles from the States, my uncles from Anaka. The whole world was begging my dad, but he wouldn't budge, refusing to leave the Shujiyya. 3 days with my mom having packed the house stuff, and we're in suspended travel mode. We want to go to my sister's house because it's safer there. After we were exhausted from talking, he agreed and said, "You go and I'll follow." How can we go and leave him? My mom was smart. She left the bread at home, and you know how dear bread was during the war. As soon as we got to my sister's house, she called him and said, "Salman, we forgot the bread. Bring it for us." And Salman fell in the trap and brought the bread, and we wouldn't let him leave. The next morning, we woke up to a phosphorus bomb that fumed the street. We all started crying, our tears falling because of the phosphorus. The bomb was easier on us than Dad's taunting. He said, "I told you, let's stay home. It's better for us. There's no place like home." And on it went. What added fuel to the fire is that the mosque and the house next to my sister's house were destroyed in the bombing. And you can imagine what my dad did to us. He wanted to take us back home immediately. No sooner had he finished his words than we were told that the house next to ours in Sharjah was bombed and the front of our house was ripped off. Then, for the first time, all of us looked at Dad. We stayed at my sister's place. It became clear to us that wherever we were in Gaza, in the war, we were not safe. After the war started to always dress in very clean and tidy way, so that if I died, I would die a nice death. But it would be the biggest problem if I was hit by a rocket because I'd become 100 pieces and I'd like to die in one piece. Wow, Gaza and Gaza's dreams, our dream has become to die a good death, not live a good life. Yasmin wrote this monologue in 2010.
This monologue was written by Sujood Abu Hussein, born in Hay Sheikh al-Radwan. What I love most in Gaza is people's kindness and simplicity, and what I hate most is the political party fanaticism. Sometimes I feel like there's a contradiction between all this love and kindness that people have and this evil that controls the surface. If it was in my hands, I'd solve the problem of the Palestinian division tomorrow. In the war, they assassinated a big Hamas leader, and all the media in the world covered the incident. But the whole world was in one valley, and we were in another. Because Moody and Salume, my young brothers, and Dad had gone to our land that's next to this Hamas leader's home. We called them 1,000 times. And as usual, the Jawal mobile lines, they had taken their children. She imagined that the balcony would somehow rescue Moody and Saluma and Dad. I was really stressed, and I started crying, and I went down to my aunt's. My aunt started soothing me. She lied to me, and she told me that she had called them and spoken to them. I knew that she had not talked to them, but she was holding me and crying, and I was crying too. When I went up to our house, I saw that Mom was still pacing the balcony. Did I forget to tell you that Moody and Saluma are just 5 and 7 years old? They used to sleep in my arms, and my soul was connected to them. I felt at the time that my soul was going to escape and I would die. And honestly, only then I felt that there was a war in Gaza, because I was busy with the computer all the time, and that day was the first time I actually lived the war. An hour later, there was knocking on the door of our house, and Dad came back with Moody and Saluma. As much as I loved them, this was the first time I felt how much they were really, really dear to me. How much I couldn't bear to be parted from them. I put them on my lap and kissed them like it was the first time I'd held them. And Mom stopped pacing the balcony, and it was the first time I felt that she loved Dad like this. After the war, I started thinking, why are we like that? Out of the whole world, they took our land and threw us out of our homes. And because we are defending ourselves, all this happens to us. There's no water, no electricity, no phones, no petrol. What are we to this world? Aren't we human? Sujud wrote this monologue in 2010. Thank you.
This monologue was written by Sami El-Jarjawi, who was born in 1994 at Tufah. The hour that I hate most in the day is 12 noon. Every time the exams start, I feel that the war will start again. I can't answer any of the exam questions, and thoughts keep flowing around my head till I'm sick of them. I ask myself, is what's happening to me normal, or am I sick? People say the Sea of Gaza washes all pains away, but my pain is bigger than the sea, because the last time I was at the sea, I was with my friend. We swam, played, and had fun, but now I can't go to the sea anymore. The Talatini street is near the petrol station, and petrol was dear to the people and expensive. It was a big deal to have a liter of petrol. There was a war going on, and people were afraid to buy anything. My dad sent me to buy petrol. After I bought it, I went to the house of my friend Zeki, who lives near the station. I was missing him a lot and hadn't seen him for more than 10 days. I got to his house and I was in a hurry because my dad wanted me to return quickly with the petrol. I went inside their house without knocking the door. His mom considers me like her son. I said hello to her and to my friend, hugged him and kissed him, said hello to his brothers and quickly left. When there were 20 meters between me and their house, I heard the loud sound of a plane, and after that the sound of a rocket falling on my friend's house. People started screaming that the house was bombed. I couldn't believe it. I looked back at my friend's house and saw fire and smoke coming out of it. I'd never seen anything like that. I went back running to our house. When I got there, my dad told me, "Your friend died." No, he didn't. Everyone started telling me your friend Zeki died, and I didn't believe them. That's why I didn't go to the funeral or the hospital or the cemetery, because Zeki did not die. I always talk to him at night. Well, not exactly to him, but to his photo. I'm very upset with him because he doesn't come visit me, and I also stopped visiting him at home. I'm sure he's not dead, and for sure there will come a day when we meet. Then I'll blame him because I miss him so much. I have another friend living in Russia. He always tells me about Russia and the freedom and safety that he lives in. I feel that I'm not living. I start wishing that I would dive in the sea and keep diving and diving till I come out and find myself in Russia. We will honor all our martyrs.
All our martyrs.
All our parents, mothers, and fathers.
All our parents, mothers, and fathers.
We will honor all our martyrs.
We will honor all our martyrs.
All our children, sons, and daughters.
All our children, sons, and daughters.
It is so important to share these monologues because I feel like we're at a point where a lot of us have become really desensitized because we miss a day and the number climbs up 200, 500, 1,000. And at some point, you just stop feeling it, to be honest with you. But these were people who loved life. And it's within their right to be remembered as a people who loved life. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
I'd just like to say that from now, I guess for a couple hours until Maghrib, I think it's just going to be study time for now.